הנה טלפון, כאן רגע עוד משהו. אתה כזה שוב, לנסות לקחת את הלוג של החודש, והנה חצי מסע, יש לך 15 עלו להחזיר. ואין לך שום מנספים, אין לך שום מפיעים בעבר כמובן. עכשיו מה קורה? איזה ימים? לא חמישי, מה קורה מחר? זה מספור, נכון? יום שישי, יום שני, או מחר עוד שבוע. לא, או כל שבוע, אני בחמש מיום, אני מבין מחזה ביום שישי. עכשיו, זה בכסף, ביום שישי יש בזה. לכן אני, הרבה קולקשן שלי, זה אוטומטית. זה חלק מהלב שלי. כי להם אין את זה. עכשיו, למה אין את זה? יש פה רגולציה, אפשר לעשות. אני יכול לעשות. שונה לגמרי. אבל בגלל זה בעל לא רצות פה, שונה? זה לא, it doesn't feel like, it doesn't feel like fun. אתה עושה את זה גם בחנות, אתה יודע שאתה הולך עם זה. זה לא התאים בגלל. לא תמיד.
Hello, Baduti community official. Hey, what's up? Thanks for all the support. I really appreciate it. I give you a huge shout out, and yeah, I definitely want to continue my Nice Old Republic fan film this year. I want it to be, really nice. I wanted to have Darth Revan. I wanted to have all the Sith that I like. I mean, I obviously cannot have all the Sith that I like, but I want there to be a lot of Sith Lords in my fan film. I mean, I cannot wait for my Nice Old Republic fan film to come out. When it comes out, it'll be the best day ever. Of course, huge thumbs up. Yeah, I definitely love the support because sometimes the support really motivates me during the darkest times. Like sometimes I want to give up on my Nice Old Republic fan film, but yeah, I'm going to continue and never stop, no matter what. I really love the Wusan Reformation, I really love the Yuzong Bonglu, I really love all parts of the expanded universe. The Wusan Reformation was during Darth Bane's rule of 2, when, But yeah, I cannot wait for Knights of the Old Republic. It's so cool because it's a darker story of Krei, especially the great Jedi who lost her arm, and you get what I'm saying. It's just too cool. You cannot get enough of Expanded Universe, especially when Expanded Universe was decanonized in 2014. That's really, really unfortunate. But yeah, I definitely wish that the EU had more of a bring up. I mean, there was Darth Malak, and Darth Malak was really, really nice because it showed a similar Sith to Darth Malgus. Darth Malgus was the main Sith that was in the Old Republic trailer, Return trailer, and he was grievously damaged. He was grievously injured. But I love the gore of the Sith. I love a film rated R that is, shows more mature themes. I cannot get enough of rated R films. Rated R films are definitely the absolute best. But definitely, yeah, please support me more because thanks so much. I love the support so much. I absolutely appreciate the support. More than you think. It means the absolute expanded universe to me. Every single planet. Coruscant, Naboo, Endor, Theed, which is, the main city in Coruscant, where Padme Amidala and Palpatine was raised. Dantooine, Nar Shaddaa, Hoth, Tatooine. I mean, Tatooine was a really, really rough planet, and you know, not very many people love Tatooine, but I think Tatooine is kind of overrated at this point because, you know, it's just basically the main place where, you know, Luke, Anakin, Shmi Skywalker is born, but so many bad things happen there. Slamat Peggy. Definitely. Of course. Give a huge thumbs up. Huge thumbs up. Let's get this to let's get this video to 1,000 likes by the end of the stream. You know, I really want to grow on YouTube. It's my passion. YouTube has been my passion for such a long time, and I just can't wait for the new content coming up very soon. I work really hard on my content, and you know, I really work hard towards my goals. Yes. That's lovely that you came from Argentina. I'm really appreciative for the support. Kumaha, Kabarna, Lur. Yeah, awesome. Darth Revan, Darth Malak, Darth Bane, Darth Sion, Darth Vader, Darth Maul, Darth Treya, Darth Malgus, Tulak Kor, Freedon Nad, Exar Kun. Of course, definitely. I really appreciate the support to the absolute world. But only positive vibe here about how I'm going to get to my nice Old Republic film. How am I going to succeed? How am I going to grow my brand? Because right now I don't have very much money, but I plan to have a solid income off of YouTube where I can support myself and fund money from my project. I love the Indonesian language so much. I love every single language and culture. No language and culture is bad, you know what I mean? I just have so much appreciation for every single culture, you know? Endless appreciation. I didn't really like The Rise of Skywalker. I thought The Rise of Skywalker had a weak story. Like, the story of Rise of Skywalker could be so much better. Like, it definitely, I didn't like how fast-paced it was. It should have slowed down. The story should have definitely slowed down because, you know, it's like the Resistance, they were all of a sudden, you know, Palpatine has returned, Palpatine has returned. But it didn't really explain anything, and it was really weak because it was like, you could tell that they definitely tried to fix the plot holes from The Last Jedi, which, I definitely didn't like The Last Jedi, but I mean, any Star Wars movie I will still always enjoy because of the legendary soundtracks by John Williams. So definitely, you know, I'm definitely appreciative of John Williams, because without John Williams, Star Wars would not be the same. Star Wars would not even be the way it is, you know. Star Wars, yeah, it's the best, and definitely can't get enough of Star Wars when in terms of the expanded universe. Instagram, yes, my Instagram is The Real Tanley, TheRealTanley, The Real Tanley. The Real Tanley. The Real Tanley. but the Rise of Skywalker had a weak story, and it could definitely be improved way more because I thought they should have brought more Sith. Because when I saw the Temple of Palpatine or the Sith Temple of Palpatine, where you say he sees all the Sith, that does not make any sense. How could Palpatine be all of the Sith when even in Legends and Canon, if you combine both of them, there were different Sith at different times, Maybe Palpatine was among the most powerful Sith during that era, but it's highly, highly, highly unlikely, Because, there's so many Sith that are probably just as powerful, like Darth Bane, who created the Rule of Two.
Only this is really multi-billion opportunity for the but this is only the beginning.
So much can be learned from the Rise of Skywalker, I really want there to be a live TV show during the Yuzong Vong War or during like the Mandalorian Wars and the Knights of the Old Republic times, because that would be so bomb, and a lot of the expanding universe fans would be really proud, Like I would be really, really happy if that, came true or came to happen. Since the Yuzong Vong, they were alien invaders that were trying to take over the New Republic, and definitely seems like something that even the canon fans, even the fans of the sequel trilogy, would definitely like and appreciate. Yeah, I love the community. Every community is best, and there's so many good stories from the expanded universe, like Anya Kuro, Ashura had all the Jedi that survived Order 66 and had different paths that definitely differentiated from Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda. Like Anya Kuro, known as the Dark Woman, she survived the majority of the Jedi Purge, but she died shortly before the Battle of Yavin. And she wielded a purple lightsaber, and she embraced some aspects of the dark side to gain power and control, which is so bomb. A Jedi using the dark side, a Jedi using aspects of the dark side to defeat the Sith in an era of tyranny, in an era where the Republic was manipulated by its own chancellor. But yeah, I'm definitely knowing a lot about Star Wars for sure, because I learned so much about Star Wars when I was really, really young. When I was 4 years old, I started reading the expanded universe, and so good, too cool, and too amazing. Yeah, I give all my viewers right now a huge shout out. Stay on the stream. Do not leave, because I'm so happy to give back to everyone that has jump-started my career as a YouTuber, because without these first few thousand subscribers, I wouldn't even be getting to 1 million subscribers in the future, obviously, because I just love all my fans, and I respect my fans more than they even think, because I have so much respect for my fans. I'm feeling flawless right now. I'm just feeling absolutely amazing, Of course, definitely. But I would like to see some more of the darker philosophical aspects of the dark side of the Force, like the darker philosophical aspects of the Sith, where the Sith are truly, truly, truly at their potential, and you learn about how there's no fear, there's only passion. Through passion you gain strength. Through strength you gain power. Through power you gain victory. Through victory your chains are broken. The Force shall set you free. Because the true Sith definitely wield way more power than the Jedi. The Sith are way more powerful than the Jedi. The Sith can defeat almost any Jedi, depending on the Jedi. If it's a Grand Master or a Jedi Council Master, then probably the Jedi Master can almost defeat the Sith. Like Yoda and Palpatine, they were pretty much equal in power. I thought that maybe Yoda, if he was younger, if he was 300, 400 years younger, the real Tanley, Therealtan, the real Tanley. The real Tanley is my real Instagram username.
היום אני כבר מוכן להם מרקטינג. היום אני אומר להם, אני לפעמים, אני רוצה סרט של מרקטינג, זה בחינם, זה כבר ביותר כיף. זה דברים פשוטים לעכשיו, שתקועים היום. היום אני מוכן להם.
But the Sith could have been way more powerful if they used some aspects of the Jedi, you know, their way to serve the good. I mean, the Grey Jedi, they served the Force, not the Republic, and that's why they didn't get corrupted by the Sith that was in charge of the Republic. So I would recommend for the Jedi to remodify their ways, to maybe embrace a little bit more of the dark side so then they could achieve the full power. Like, I'm a giant fan of the Sith, especially because, I mean, they're like another extreme of the Jedi. The Jedi and Sith are two extremes. Remember, Chancellor Palpatine said in Revenge of the Sith, the Jedi and Sith are similar in both aspects of the Force. You know, they're similar in both aspects of the Force. They both use power, but one is self-inflicted power, one abuses their power, one uses the power to gain absolute control over the galaxy. Gain too much control over the galaxy. But I really like Palpatine's speech in all of the movies because Palpatine's speech is really, really powerful, dark, and it tells so much. Like, it tells infinite. I can't get enough of what Palpatine says because Palpatine, you know, he is the true mastermind behind the prequels, behind the Skywalker trilogy, according to even The Rise of Skywalker, which I thought was it was a good movie, but I mean, you know, there were so many things that they could fix, but I enjoyed a good chunk of it, large chunk of it. I enjoyed it so much that I would still give it a positive rating. To me, The Rise of Skywalker is probably like a 6.5 out of 10. Like, because Ian McDiarmid's in it, because Ian McDiarmid reprises his role as Palpatine, and his role was so dark, sinister, and very, very amazing, then, yeah, I really wanted to give the movie a 7 out of 10, a full 7 out of 10, but it was really hard because there were so many inconsistencies with The Rise of Skywalker, and I wish they made more soundtracks that were appealing, like Revenge of the Sith, like Attack of the Clones, like The Phantom Menace. Because, you know, those soundtracks are a giant part of my life and will always be a giant part of my life. Like, I have such a huge emotional connection to the soundtrack. That's everything. Like, you literally saw me got really, really emotional in the last stream. And it shows how much I'm connected to the Star Wars trilogy. How well George Lucas, you know, developed the films, developed the story of Skywalker. I mean, George Lucas created my childhood, and the main motive behind this channel is because of Star Wars, because of George Lucas, because of the 6 films, original films he created. The Phantom Menace has so many flaws, but it has so many beautiful aspects that the flaws are so unrecognizable. Like, the soundtrack itself gives the film, to me, a die-hard Star Wars fan, nearly a 10 out of 10 rating. I didn't like the young Anakin Skywalker. I didn't really like Jake Lloyd's performance because it seemed almost like a film meant for PG. But still, Qui-Gon and his philosophy for the Force, Qui-Gon and the way he interacts as a Jedi Master who could easily been on the Council if his philosophy was remodified, was so, you know, wise and intuitive, and he felt more wise than his actual age, Qui-Gon Jinn was probably maybe 48 years old when The Phantom Menace was filmed, but he felt so much wiser. He felt like he was already, in his early 60s, which was so admirable and amazing. And the way he interacted with Anakin Skywalker was so engaging, considering the amount of time they had, in just one film. And Ewan McGregor, he had a beautiful performance as the Padawan. Very, very powerful in the Force already, because Obi-Wan Kenobi was one of the most resourceful Jedi Master in the entire Jedi Order during the age of the Galactic Republic. But man, it was so good. All of George Lucas is really good. Like, George Lucas is a real legend, and he will always be a legend. Always. No matter what. He's the real legend, and why my childhood is still the way it is, why I still get emotional, why I still have goals and dreams where I'm pursuing these goals and dreams, and I'll always be the way I am, and always stay authentic, always stay authentic to my greatest self. Because staying authentic is like, it's something that no one can take away from you. That emotion, the reason why you're still working hard to succeed, can never ever be taken away, and you are all beautiful people, and I only wish the best for all my fans and subscribers, because I know that they are working hard too to grow their channel, and I'm real, I'm honest, I'm real, and nothing is fake about me at all. Nothing is fake, and nothing can ever be fake, Like, everything about the way I am today is influenced by the philosophy of Skywalker, the philosophy of what a real Jedi is. And I feel like the real Jedi were the Jedi, which is Jedai. The Jedi were neither light nor dark. And they were serving the Force, and that's why there was less of turmoil in the galaxy. I mean, of course, there will always be turmoil in the galaxy, whether it's through the Mandalorians, whether through the different planets, whether it's from, out the Outer Rim, whether it's, the Confederacy, whether it's, the Sith trying to fight the Grey Jedi. But the Grey Jedi will always have the upper hand in terms of power, because they use the dark side, but they use the Force for good, and that cannot be undermined, because that's a critical point. Using the dark side is one thing, but remaining a Jedi is more difficult, much more difficult than you could even possibly imagine and think. Episode 2 was a really, really conflicting movie, since the first half was pretty boring, and it didn't offer very much in terms of enriching the Star Wars universe. Like, we saw the underground of Coruscant, but I wish we saw more depth. Like, Revenge of the Sith had so much depth. You saw so many different species, you saw many different aliens, you saw many different planets. Magneto, Felucia, Kato Neimodia, Salio Kami, all these, Outer Rim, core worlds that are very, very underrepresented in overall Star Wars. Especially, that isn't a bad thing, that is never a bad thing, but Star Wars could definitely bring more of the diversity, because it's the diversity that what makes Star Wars is, Think about how many different planets are there in the Star Wars universe. There's got to be probably maybe, I can't imagine 1 million Star Wars planets in the Star Wars universe, but I can imagine thousands upon tens of thousands. And I love Star Wars, and I think Star Wars will last forever, because there's infinite ways you could make Star Wars films, and people would never get bored, like me. And the expanded universe had a total of over 25,139 years of rich history and lore that is phenomenal, that even the Marvel Cinematic Universe can't even comprehend, or the DC Universe can't even comprehend. Yeah. So happy for all of you to support me, and I am very, very grateful, and I'm thinking about making more music videos, song covers, more original music. Like, I hardly even got to original music, and I know that I have so much potential. Like, I gotta do some lore videos, I gotta do everything, man. And it's very, very, it isn't tiresome, it isn't stressful, because, if you love something and if you love doing something, then it is never stressful. It is never stressful to do Star Wars videos because it's your passion and it's something that brings you ultimate joy. But sometimes it can get so exhausting that it's really hard to balance your own life, exercise, eating, everything that you need, everything that's a necessity. And definitely creating a YouTube channel takes time, practice, dedication, and you need to balance certain things. You need to balance what you need to do in your life to fulfill you in your health and, everything we take for granted in this life. We're full of technology. We have so much technology, but Martin Luther King, in his age, he did not have any technology at all. He did not have any technology, but he still did so much, and he saved the lives of hundreds of millions of people. And that's so admirable that I even push myself to work that hard too, because in this one life, I gotta make the best of it. I gotta make my life the richest. I gotta make it the best, the most powerful, the most emotional, the most compelling, the most everything, But yeah, so happy with life because life definitely has ups and downs. Like life and anything you do has ups, downs, mediums, and the ups and downs can definitely confuse you, not make you aware of what your path is. Like some people, they don't know what their path is. They want to do engineering, but they really want to make a Knights of the Old Republic fan film or their own live action film on YouTube, which is, because of our freedom of speech or our freedom of expression, especially on social media and technology that has been developed over decades, it is very, very prime to take the advantage that we have as the younger generation, millennials, Generation Z, and we could do so much and make our lives happier. Not necessarily happier through success, because success does not guarantee happiness. But as I've studied for hundreds and hundreds of thousands and thousands of years through my connection with God, the Lord, and the Force, we can make this life the best, and I'm very, very positive for everything we have in store. So definitely stay positive, because there is so much beauty in life, and the beauty in life definitely is way more advantageous than the negatives and the dark side of life, like the dark side of the Force. Like the dark side is a fast and easy path to getting power, but it's not good, and it could definitely ruin the destiny of a Jedi. The dark side is the dark side of the Force. It's a pathway to many abilities, some considered to be unnatural. Just like Palpatine said, it is unnatural. The dark side is really unnatural, and I wouldn't recommend going to the dark side for any reason. Yeah, I gotta stay happy, stay strong, positive, and stay fulfilled, because I'm very fulfilled right now. I'm so happy. This is one of the best days of my life in terms of emotional fulfillment. Like I could finally be identified the way I want to be. But there's so much good things happening with Star Wars. I can tell, I can sense the future, just like Korea sensed the future, just like Korea sensed the future of the Galactic Republic in the Knights of the Old Republic era, which was beyond phenomenal. But life is so beautiful, and I'm definitely going to treasure life for the rest of my life, because it's like the emotional fulfillment and the way you express yourself is absolutely supreme by far. Everything I do is so supreme, and everything I do makes me so absolutely happy. But yeah, stay true, authentic, and always be yourself no matter what. Because when you stay true, you're actually serving God, because God, He put His own energy into us. And if the one that's so powerful, the one that has created billions of lives, the one that has created billions and billions of lives, if he's here, then he would not necessarily be proud of it because, you know, he always wanted us to be happy, and the happiness in life is through love, compassion, enjoyment. Without love, compassion, and enjoyment, it's really difficult to have a happy life because life is defined by a myriad of things, millions and millions of facets of life, millions and millions of things where we may not understand why things are happening, but there's always a greater underlying powerful reason, and that is the Force. That is the Force. That's the reasoning of a true Jedi. Like, I believe myself to definitely be a true Jedi because I am good, and I have a bigger heart than most people. I cannot say that for sure because I haven't met 8 billion people, but I definitely pursue staying authentic as the main goal in my life because authenticity has so much beauty, and there's infinite beauty to authenticity. But yeah, very, very proud of myself for staying true authentic for all these years, and can't wait for more because the more I wait in these years to come, it's the more blessings, because, you know, God will always give blessings, especially to his children. But yeah, Revenge of the Sith is my most favorite movie of all time because, you know, so dark, sinister, and the story was a million times compelling because you gotta understand how compelling is, you know, Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. You know, there was so much things going on, including the fall of the Sith and the rise of the Jedi. You know, how things came to be, how the Galactic Empire was formed by the shadows of the Sith and their visions of the Sith Empire, which was crazy. Think about it. There was probably tens of thousands of Jedi Knights, but they were unable to sense. They were unable to sense the Sith. They could not sense the Sith at all, which is crazy, and, you know, it's beyond insane. It shows that the Sith hide their identity in so many greater, powerful ways, and I'm saying that the Sith are more powerful because of that reason, because of their ability to conceal themselves. No one would ever think that Palpatine, the Chancellor of the Galactic Republic, during the age of the Clone Wars and the waning years of the Galactic Republic, would be the ultimate Sith, wanting absolute power and control. But I'm pretty sure that anyone has watched the prequel. I'm pretty sure that anyone that have watched the prequels, Star Wars prequels, before the original trilogy, actually sensed. Oh my God. Oh my God. But yeah, Knights of the Old Republic is definitely an underrated game, and I definitely want to see a TV show during the Mandalorian War, during the Yuzong Vong War. There's so much things going on in Star Wars that's why I believe that Star Wars will be the longest lasting franchise. You know, got to be lasting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, at least. Yuzong Vong War, Ruusan Reformation, Darth Bane's Rule of Two, the Mandalorian War, the Age of the Jedi, the first initial Jedi. Because, you know, the Jedi have been around for over 25,000 years before the Battle of Yavin, which is remarkable, phenomenal, and amazing. And I really want to go in deep detail, just like I've gone in deep research of the Star Wars expanding universe and everything that's created my childhood. But yeah, the expanding universe have so much that we don't even know of. Like in the comics, there was a Jedi Master by the name of Osterod Head, and he survived Order 66. He was the apprentice to Ki-Adi Mundi, and he was the apprentice to Ki-Adi Mundi, and the Tyre, and many of the. Can I do a collab with Dark Synovia? I would love to, but it's really difficult since we have a completely different schedule. But I'm making a Knights of the Old Republic fan film right now. And I'm Darth Revan, and I'm going to be playing multiple characters, and I don't have much to make my Knights of the Old Republic fan film, but as long as I have Darth Revan, as long as I have the main Slayer of Mandalore in my Star Wars fan film, Knights of the Old Republic fan film, it's going to be really wicked and beautiful. Come on, like Darth Revan wielded purple and red lightsaber, both of them. That is just crazy, man. That's just absolutely insane. Revan, yeah. Darth Revan from Knights of the Old Republic video game. Darth Malak Darth Sion. Like, Darth Sion was literally the zombie Sith. I call him the zombie Sith, and he was the Dark Lord of Pain. He could undergo so much pain. Like, he has died probably multiple times in the KOTOR game, but he still manages to survive. Just the gruesomeness. Like, Darth Sion in live action, R-rated film. A R-rated film would definitely entice the entire expanded universe community, for sure. Like if Disney's watching this, come on, like, take advantage of what the expanded universe gave, and not necessarily make the expanded universe canon, but no, I have not met Dark Zenobia, but I would love to. But I've been, actually, if you didn't know, I was B-level Star Wars first subscriber. I was B-level Star Wars first online subscriber. Yeah, of course, definitely. That's no question. The expanded universe is so enriched in lore. Gotta make a film in the Mandalorian Wars. Come on, like, according to the Galactic Timeline records, the Mandalorian War was the most dangerous and gruesome war. And if you think about how many Jedi died during the Mandalorian War and how Darth Revan unleashed his full power on the dark side to defeat the Mandalorians, damn, then, you know, I would love to see that in you know, Star Wars, in a future TV show. It's beyond phenomenal. And Bastila Shan, Satele Shan, that family is almost as powerful as the Skywalkers, I'm pretty sure. Bastila, Satele. Come on, like, they gotta have a new Old Republic game too as well. They gotta have it. And if I was in charge of Disney, I would do so much expanded universe content. Like, so much that I'll be incredibly busy with my entire team. But Star Wars is what made me create this entire YouTube channel. And yeah, the first few thousand subscribers are really hard to grow, but I really hope by the end of 2020, I hope by 2021 to have 100,000 subscribers. I would love to have 100,000 subscribers. That'll be an absolute dream and goal. And as a member of the Expanded Universe, I want to give back, and I want to give shout-outs to every single Expanded Universe creator. Evanova95, Jensarai1, and it's really unfortunate that Jensarai1, his channel got deleted by some hacker. Like, I hate it when they take over, when they ruin the YouTube channels of people that are not making content for money at all or publicity, but just for the sake of passion, just for the sake of creating Versus series. Like right now in the Star Wars YouTube community. There's not very many Versus series creators. Like, there's Evanova95, there's Grey Jedi 91, and Twine Bandel has, you know, he's starting to make content on different stuff, but we need more Versus creators. And I really wish Star Wars Theory, he's the biggest Star Wars YouTuber. He has over 2 million subscribers. And if he did Versus series like every week, damn, now that, you know, that's definitely going to give the Expanded Universe so much more recognition. Anya Kuro, Jedi Master Thome, Kate Krook, Shock T, Ayla Sakura, come on, like, the Clone Wars, I definitely didn't like the Clone Wars that much, but the Clone Wars, Star Wars The Clone Wars was a family-friendly TV show, and I really like the 2003 Star Wars Clone Wars because it was very, very realistic. I mean, it wasn't realistic at all, but it showed such a artistic sense of animation. Like Ralph McQuarrie, the artist for Star Wars and all the original trilogy films. Ralph McQuarrie, such a legend, such an icon, probably unrecognizably, probably not known as much as John Williams, but he had such a role in Star Wars because the original character was supposed to be Luke Starkiller. Can you believe it? Luke Starkiller. And you know that Starkiller was in The Force Unleashed. Starkiller was in The Force Unleashed, but they were originally going to make Luke Skywalker Starkiller. And I know that Luke Skywalker is definitely powerful enough to be like Starkiller, use Force Lightning, use some parts of the dark side, considering that, you know, Galen Merrick, Starkiller was trained by Darth Vader, Lord Vader. Do not underestimate the power of the dark side. Luke, I am your father. Luke, I am your father. I love Lord Vader. Lord Vader, like, definitely should have some of the comics be in live action. Like, you know, Star Wars Theories of Vader fan film, Shards of the Past, and how there's a plan to have Mace Windu to be fighting Lord Vader. Come on, Darth Vader versus Mace Windu. That'll be the best lightsaber battle. Come on. I think that in Revenge of the Sith, if Mace Windu fought Anakin, pre-cyborg Lord Vader, I mean, Anakin was already using the dark side, then, I mean, it will be super, super close. I think that Mace Windu could have defeated Anakin because he had Shatterpoint. He could see the weakness in all the Force users. He could see the weakness in even Anakin Skywalker. He can even see the weakness in the Chosen One. That's how legendary Mace Windu was. He used parts of the dark side. That's why he had a purple lightsaber. An absolute icon of legend. Samuel L. Jackson, come on. He's so cool, and I just love, I love every single of Samuel L. Jackson's films because it's so entertaining and it's like action-packed. But originally, Tupac was going to be Mace Windu, which was insane. I can't believe that would even be happening because, you know, Mace Windu, such a powerful Jedi, such a renowned Jedi in the Republic. But I believe that Mace Windu could have survived Revenge of the Sith. Because, you know, there's many Jedi that have fallen from great heights before. And good night, Abellis. But Mace Windu, he got to survive Revenge of the Sith. Come on, he was like one of the most powerful Jedi Masters, and second to Jedi Master Yoda. That's so insane and beyond awesome. The fact that a Jedi could nearly be as powerful as Jedi Master Yoda is amazing, and he's not even close to 100 years old. Mace Windu. In Attack of the Clones, when Mace Windu deflected all the blaster bolts from the Super Battle Droids, come on, that was sick. Hi, Shrevansh official. Hello, how you doing? Thank you for your support, and I really appreciate it. As a heart-to-heart message, I appreciate every single bit of support. I'm trying to grow my channel to over 100,000 subscribers, to maybe 100, 200,000 subscribers, 300,000 subscribers. I'm not trying to get famous or trying to get clout or anything, but I'm just trying to, you know, show my love for the Star Wars Expanded Universe. I just want to represent the Star Wars Expanded Universe community to my full capacity, to my full passion, because I am so passionate about Star Wars, and the fact that Star Wars has made me who I am today with the same emotions, same person, even though I have changed so much. The fact that Star Wars has made me the person I am today, I can't even comprehend that, you know. When I was younger, I wish I would express my love for Star Wars way more. I talk about it with friends because I know that I could have gone way farther and definitely be, you know, having more social experiences with Star Wars. I wish I went to Comic-Con when I was really young, because, you know, I just went to this Comic-Con when I was 18 years old. I was hella old, 18 years old, and I finally went to Comic-Con. Man, my New Year's resolution is to go to Star Wars Celebration, San Diego Comic-Con, not the local Comic-Con that I have. I mean, the local Comic-Con I have is so fun, and endless joy from the Silicon Valley Comic-Con. But I want to go big. I want my passion for Star Wars to be international. I want to be worldwide. I want to be one of the, you know, figures that definitely, you know, use her hardship, use my hard emotion, and use that to create future Star Wars projects that inspires the casual fans, inspire the people that may not even know much of the expanded universe. Like, you know, at one point, all of us, we were all casual Star Wars fans at one point, especially me. It was a long, long time ago. It was a long time ago in a city so far away. But at one point, I was a casual fan. That was probably 15 years ago, when I was just a little 5-year-old youngling Padawan. But come on, we gotta have so much in Star Wars right now. Mace Windu versus Vader, Revan versus Malak, Basilisk Shan, Satele Shan. All those characters, all those legendary canon and EU characters brought to the full capacity. More lightsaber duels, more lightsaber battles. Plagueis, Darth Plagueis versus Darth Tenebrous. Like, come on, that would be so cool. Darth Plagueis versus Darth Tenebrous, come on. Two very powerful Sith Lords just battling it out to their full potential. Decidedly, who would take over the reign of the Republic and turn into the Empire? I mean, I think Palpatine is easily stronger than Plagueis. Palpatine is definitely stronger than Plagueis. I mean, if you look at how much more Palpatine did than Plagueis, Plagueis didn't do very much. He was just the master of the true Sith Lord that eliminated the Jedi. I mean, without Plagueis, there would be no Palpatine, but Palpatine definitely had more influence. And Vader, you know, he brought back balance to the Force. Destroy the Sith and bring balance to the Force. But I mean, when you think about during the Age of the Republic, during the Clone Wars, think about there was probably 20, 30,000 Jedi, but there was only 2 or 3 Sith. That gotta mean that, you know, Jedi had to be eliminated before taking over the Sith, before taking over Palpatine and himself. Because if you think about it, Anakin Skywalker had to defeat Vader in Return of the Jedi. You know, it was damn hard to, you know, defeat Vader, because Vader has been, you know, around just as long as Anakin. 23 years, corrupted by the dark side, a slave to Palpatine, a slave to the rule of the Sith, a slave to the Empire. Hello, Tinho. Hello, how are you doing? Hope everything's all great and awesome. The Sith. But to me, Tinho, you're awesome. You are amazing. You are a true Jedi. Number 1, you are a true Jedi, and yeah, just awesome. And thanks for your support. Thanks for your continued support. I always see you commenting on my videos, and I'm incredibly thankful and appreciative of that. I recognize you. I see all my fans right now. I see all my fans. Your support never goes unnoticed. If it wasn't for you, then I wouldn't be where I am today. Like, I'm hoping to one day get 100,000 subscribers, 200,000 subscribers. I'm doing fine. I'm doing great. I'm feeling better than I ever have, and just another awesome day in the year of 2020 where things are going to change, where things are going to get better and improve. I'm doing great. How about you? How are you doing, Tinho? Have you eaten yet? What food have you ate? What food have you ate? But John Williams' soundtrack have been such a giant part of my life. And stay on here. Let's get more people. Let's get all my subscribers here, all collectively together like a family. You know, because at the end, we are all a family at this point. You know, but we are one of the best YouTube family where there's no judgment, and we're all learning about the Star Wars expanded universe. No matter if you're a hardcore fan, all grand resisting. Awesome. John Williams' soundtrack have saved my life. In 2014, I was struggling to accept myself. In 2014, I didn't know who I was yet. I had no idea who I was. It was a dark, dark time. My stepfather passed away. my grandmother passed away, and I didn't know what was going on. Was that all I knew was that what remained was my passion for Star Wars, and that never changed, and that always stayed the same. My passion for Star Wars, honestly, is infinite. Like, I could talk about Star Wars forever. Revenge of the Sith had so many iconic and legendary soundtracks. It was the absolute best. It was number one. Anakin Dark Deeds, Padme's Rumination, General Grievous theme. Gosh, General Grievous theme would sound so good right now. Revenge of the Sith was such a good movie. I mean, I probably watched Revenge of the Sith probably 1,000 times already. It's like a movie that I can't put my hands off, and I've listened to the soundtracks millions of times, I bet you. And I'm not bragging to say that I'm a big Star Wars fan, but I'm just saying that Revenge of the Sith is what made me who I am. Made me understand my own emotions, because I know whenever I get angry, whenever I get fear, it's very toxic for me. I can go the absolute wrong route. I could become something I don't even want to become. That's why my own emotions are so important. It's so crucial to understand and respect my emotions as a Jedi, as a Force user, as a person in this Galactic Republic. I mean, isn't Earth already a Galactic Republic? But if something happens to this Earth, I mean, if this Earth was invaded by the Yuzong Vong, which would be crazy and insane, then we would be turning into the Galactic Empire. But I wouldn't let that happen. I would be a Jedi and defend my Earth. I'm strong. I'm a strong Jedi. I'm a very strong Force user. That I'm underrated. A lot of people underestimate me. Say that, oh, you're a transgender. Oh, you're gay. You're a faggot, or you're whatever. But in reality, I'm a strong person. I'm strong. I would like to think I'm strong. I weightlift a lot, but back to Star Wars. I have always been and always will be a giant fan of Star Wars, and Revenge of the Sith was a movie that had me shocked. I can't believe how good the soundtrack was when I was 6 years old, 6 years old, watching Revenge of the Sith. I was very shocked, surprised, and I was very astonished. Like, come on. When you hear it in this movie theater, it's like you're in a whole different world. That's why Revenge of the Sith, to most people, is very enjoyable. There's so many lightsaber battles in Revenge of the Sith. Dooku versus Anakin and Obi-Wan. Dooku fighting Anakin and Obi-Wan. General Grievous fighting Obi-Wan Kenobi. Anakin Skywalker fighting Obi-Wan Kenobi. The very, very powerful, dark, mesmerizing duel on Mustafar. And Mace Windu versus Palpatine, which is a very underrated duel. I think Mace Windu versus Palpatine, if the films were longer, if Revenge of the Sith had a longer running time, then I think they could have done so much with Mace Windu, and they could have done hella with it. Absolutely hella. I want to see Mace Windu using a shadow point even more. Like, maybe, I imagine in an alternate timeline where Mace Windu fights Anakin, and Mace Windu's the one that takes all of Anakin's legs and arms. And, that would be awesome, man. That would be Mace Windu defeating Anakin, the very, very Jedi that Anakin despised and hates. Because if you think about it, Anakin really actually loved Obi-Wan. Anakin loved Obi-Wan like a brother. I mean, you may not see it because there's so much chaos between the two relationships. But Anakin and Obi-Wan, they were like brothers, And I think, if you think about it, the relationship between Anakin and Obi-Wan makes me super, super emotional. You know that? Very, very emotional. So emotional. One of the most underrated relationships is Anakin and Obi-Wan. Think about it. For 13 years, Obi-Wan Kenobi trained Anakin Skywalker for 13 years. You think of how long that is. A father figure and a brother figure. But when Obi-Wan, had to defeat Anakin using the high ground, I mean, It is the high ground. Hello there, high ground. How many memes can I use right now? Hello there and high ground. It shattered my heart. It broke my heart absolutely. It was very, very, very emotional. To see Anakin, Anakin was hot as hell. I mean, Anakin was really handsome. But Anakin to not even be a fraction of what he was before, to lose Padme, like, come on. If there's one thing I could change about Star Wars, I would make Padme live. Like, Padme was one of the most beautiful characters, and Padme, I really, 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 it made me sad when Padme died, and when Anakin lost everything. I mean, Anakin and Padme, that's the part where, ouch, I get very emotional. But then A New Hope, the film that created all, May 25th, 1977, the film that created everything. Man, that film. The soundtracks are not very epic and exciting, but they were way more nostalgic, Like, the soundtracks were super, super nostalgic. It's one of those soundtracks that you listen to and then you kind of relax to, Like, A New Hope makes me relax so much. When I hear the soundtrack, it's like, taking a trip back to my childhood, taking a trip down memory lane, It's very, very nostalgic, especially for those who grew up way older than me. For those that watch 1977, who watch A New Hope in the movie theaters, damn. Then for them, it must be really, really emotional. And if they're EU fans, then damn, I definitely have so much respect for them and how they view Star Wars. They're probably like the OG Star Wars fan. I'm not necessarily an OG Star Wars fan. I call myself a hardcore Star Wars fan, but not an OG fan. An OG fan is the one that's been there, since 1977, since the very, very beginning. Obi-Wan and Vader, that duel didn't have very much. I mean, but if you look at SC-38, which is a remastered version of Anakin or Vader versus Obi-Wan in New Hope, that scene was beautiful. All the shards coming from the Death Star, from the hallway of the Death Star, you see, the orange shards, the damage to the lightsaber. We saw all that. It made me really understand the circumstances. If Obi-Wan really fought Vader, one of them would not survive. One of them would be grievously injured. But yeah. And when Ben Kenobi, sacrificed his life, damn, that was sad. That was sad. That was super, super sad. That broke my heart hella. Oh, man. Like, the only person that Luke Skywalker trusts was Obi-Wan Kenobi, his father's master. And that scene when Obi-Wan Kenobi sacrificed his life, damn. And when it made it really emotional, without the emotional impact, it wouldn't be the way it was. It wouldn't be the Star Wars we know. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ben Kenobi sacrificing his life for Luke Skywalker, for his master's son, or his apprentice's son. And then, Luke Skywalker finding the Rebel Alliance, and Obi-Wan Kenobi as a Force Ghost using his remaining Force power to guide Luke Skywalker to destroy the Death Star, to go all the way deep into the Death Star, aim right to the chain reactor, and bang, the main and the very first success of the small Rebel Alliance compared to the Galactic Empire. That was a memorable moment. Like, think about it. Think about how, no matter how much you think, no matter how much the Rebel Alliance thought they were going to fail, the fact that they succeeded, and it was just the title of Star Wars Episode 4 really has much deeper symbolization for the way George Lucas created the film, A New Hope. If you think about it, it was A New Hope was a very touching film. People didn't know anything about the Jedi. People didn't know anything about the Rebel Alliance. People didn't know anything about Star Wars, but the fact that they were so emotionally attached to the Rebel Alliance and their success, and the fact that Star Wars played the way it was and the giant success was, so good. Star Wars: A New Hope. I mean, it's the best film emotionally, but I mean, back in 1970s, that was the king of movies, and there will never be any movie better than New Hope in 1977. But now, imagine if there was a remastered version of A New Hope that was giving respect to George Lucas. Maybe if George Lucas's son or stepson or whatever did a remastered version of A New Hope, that would be so bomb, awesome, and amazing. Because, you know, Star Wars is the best franchise. So much action, so much adventure, so much emotion. You know, there's nothing better than Star Wars. And I guarantee you that. As a hardcore, die-hard, expanded universe fan for my entire life, for my entire existence, I was a Star Wars fan. And that's the only thing that keeps me going emotionally, really. Whenever I cry, whenever I get super emotional, I just go back to Star Wars. You know, what saved my life? What defined who I am? What defines Tan Lee? What made Tan Lee the way she is today, you know? Star Wars, come on. It's the best franchise, and The Empire Strikes Back was just adding even more to the Star Wars franchise. I mean, it was on such a cliffhanger. People didn't know if Han Solo would be on Carbonite forever. You know, they didn't even know that. They say, oh my god, Han Solo's in Carbonite. Luke Skywalker has been defeated. You know, he gone through his first major loss. He lost his arm. So much was happening. So much was at stake. But then Return of the Jedi was like, you know, it stands for what it is. You know, there's no better time. It's the return of the Jedi. It's the return of Anakin. It's the return of Luke Skywalker, you know? I mean, it was so good. And George Lucas will always have my respect. George Lucas will always have my respect. Same with Steven Spielberg. Same with anyone that has worked on the original trilogy and prequel trilogy. I really disagree with the prequel haters. Those prequel haters that really dislike and hate the prequels, like, come on, like, look at the sequels. I mean, Star Wars will always be good, and even The Rise of Skywalker was a good film, but come on, the prequels was a terrible film. The prequels destroyed the childhood of the original trilogy fans. That's complete bullcrap. That's complete bullshit. Like, in fact, it created more childhood. Like, I grew up with the prequels, and it created my childhood. And without the prequels, I'm not sure if I would be as big of a Star Wars fan as I am today, you know? I definitely wouldn't be. Yeah. Definitely, you know. Definitely very happy today, and definitely very positive. And I gotta keep working, gotta keep grinding, gotta keep working hard, gotta keep waking up for a, you know, waking up with a better today, or with a better today, because, you know, today is not done yet. I can still do so much more. But The Force Awakens, that film had so much hype, and yeah, it was very much, you know, just a rewiring of the original trilogy, honestly. And yeah, definitely, you know, definitely not my favorite film. I mean, I love the film, absolutely, but I mean, Revenge of the Sith is miles better. And Force Awakens was a good movie, but I rate The Force Awakens a 7.5 out of 10. It had the emotions. It wasn't as boring as The Last Jedi. I mean, The Last Jedi was really boring with, you know, with the new character of Rose Tico. I mean, that's completely irrelevant, but yeah. It's really cold right now, and I'm freezing, but right now I look really good in the shot here. Like, my makeup looks so gorgeous and amazing. Like, wow, damn. Look. I look absolutely phenomenal right now. It's getting cold, though. Super cold, hella cold. I'm freezing. My ass is freezing right now. Nah. Star Wars, man. KOTOR is a really underrated game. I mean, if they remastered Knights of the Old Republic and made it, you know, very, you know, adventurous, action-packed adventurous, you know, meant for a teen audience, meant for a more mature audience, then it would be a record-selling game. I know Knights of the Old Republic, if they brought, like, back the KOTOR soundtrack and John Williams prequel soundtracks, damn, that would be a smash. Since you know, in the original in the prequel trilogy, you never get to understand the Sith to the full capacity. Like, you know, Knights of the Old Republic, that's when the Sith were at their prime. That's when the Sith were, you know, at the best. You know, KOTOR had the most Sith, and without Sith, there's no Star Wars. Without Jedi, there is no Star Wars. Like, that's why I really didn't really enjoy Rogue One that much, because there was, you know, they're lacking of Jedi and Sith. I mean, if Galen Marek showed in the middle of the film, or Mara Jade Skywalker showed in the film, like, damn, like, that would make me, you know, fangirl. You know, I would totally fangirl when, you know, I would totally fangirl if Mara Jade or, you know, Galen just showed up and just, you know, defeated some stormtroopers, defeated some, you know, defeated the Scarif Squad leader, or a Death Trooper, or if there was Covert Ops Trooper, or the Shadow Clone Trooper, like, if there was a mix between Clone Trooper and Stormtrooper, just like in the Force Unleashed PS2 version, then that would make Star Wars absolutely bomb and amazing. And yeah, I think, you know, and anthology films can work if you add more elements of the expanded universe. And, you know, the Stormtrooper Commander, like, damn, that was an amazing concept. Like, you know, the Stormtrooper, 501st Stormtrooper, Vader's Fist, Emperor's Hand, except with the markings of a 501st Legion that we see in Revenge of the Sith. Like, that would be, you know, 10 out of 10. That would be just marvelous. And yeah, like, nothing's ever going to stop me from being a Star Wars fan. That's the truth. Nothing will ever stop me from being a Star Wars fan. And speaking about KOTOR, Kreia is a character that we never even gotten. An older, wiser character, like Yoda, but not dark or light. In the middle, not dark or light. Darth Kreia was a Jedi Master who, you know, who didn't agree with the Jedi, but, you know, didn't agree with the Sith either. And that was just, I don't think Rise of Skywalker really brought the point of a gray Jedi, but if Star Wars was to, you know, really maximize the full potential, it would talk about the dark, the light, and the middle, and then between. Like Ahsoka, she didn't want to be a Jedi, but she was definitely not a Sith. She was no way a Sith. She was serving the Force. Like any Force user, like many of the Force users, Jedi Force users that survived Order 66, they're neither dark nor light. They're gray at that point. But it's getting really cold, and I think I should go home, but I love talking about Star Wars so much. It's just a huge addiction. Hello. Ira, hello, First Channel, what's up? Give this a thumbs up. Give this a thumbs up right now. Thumbs up. I would appreciate it. It will mean the absolute world. I'm trying to grow my channel, and I'm trying to influence lives, and I'm trying to, you know, bring good to Star Wars. Thanks. Smash the like button. Give me a huge thumbs up right now. But yeah, Galen Marek was so powerful, you know. Galen Marek defeated Vader, and the fact that someone that's not a Skywalker can defeat Vader was, you know, amazing. I like Star Killers. I like his upbringing, you know. And the Force Unleashed, he fought the remaining Jedi that survived Order 66, like Shaak Ti, Cassian Paradis, Ram Koda, and those missions are my childhood memories and always will be. And there's nothing more reminiscent of my childhood than the Star Wars Expanded Universe, Star Wars The Force Unleashed, Republic Commando, Knights of the Old Republic, Jedi Starfighter, Bounty Hunter, you know, all those games. Battlefront 2, like the campaign for Battlefront 2 explains so much of the clone troopers when transitioning to stormtroopers. Like, yes, I'm a teenager. Yes, I'm 19 years old, and I'm trying to grow my channel to 100,000 subscribers, then 200,000 subscribers, and then 300,000 subscribers, and then 400,000 subscribers. I'm trying to grow and trying to spread positivity, motivate the whole world, trying to motivate millions of people, and eventually billions. I want to be giving back to everyone. Like, when I make enough money, I want to give back to the homeless. I want to give back to those who may not have anything. I want to give back to those who may never even seen a Star Wars movie, and let them, you know, watch Star Wars for free at a movie theater. Not to, you know, not to cheat Disney, but to just give back to the Star Wars Expanded Universe community and overall general community that we lived in this world, in this planet. Like, basically, this planet is basically the Outer Rim at this point, and Star Wars has made me a stronger person emotionally. Like whenever I get this fear and anger, I remember the path of Anakin, and to always be a good person, and to always be strong, and always believe in myself the way I am, no matter how hard it is. And Knights of the Old Republic and The Force Unleashed, they're both highly underrated. They're underrated because many of the young generation teenagers, like mostly teenagers, they don't even know about these expanded universe games. The only thing they know about is just modern pop music like BTS, which I think BTS is overrated. I mean, don't judge me. BTS is extremely overrated, but extremely overrated. I think Star Wars should definitely always be on top. And I one day imagine myself, making a Star Wars film on my own that millions of people, billions, I'm talking about billions of people billions of people will enjoy. Hello, Ngok Ki, Ngok Ti, Kok Song Oh Han, hi. Ngok Ti, Kong Song, hi. Hello, how are you doing? Hey. Am I pretty? Am I beautiful? But the Star Wars expanded universe has so much unlimited potential. And basically, if you go out in public and ask people, do you know about this character? Do you know about Lucy and Dre? Do you know about Anya Kiro? Do you know about Ashra Head? Do you know about this Star Wars character? Maybe 1 out of 50, maybe 1 out of 100 of them would even recognize those names, or even heard or even care about them, which I think that Star Wars can, has a bigger influence on life than we even know. And imagine, in a couple hundred years, or probably not a couple hundred years, but probably in 500 years, there'll probably be a life-size Star Destroyer, which is, that's king. That's absolutely amazing and wonderful. A life-size Star Destroyer. Come on, that's the absolute best, and I can't imagine anything better than the life-size Star Destroyer. But for the good, not to rule tyranny, not to destroy the Jedi, not to eliminate the Galactic Republic, but to just give it more opportunities to maybe visit other planets that we may not even know of. Like, you don't know. There could be more planets that, us humans have never, ever even heard of. But I will always remain a Star Wars fan for life. And the action figures, too. I collect so many of the Star Wars action figures. And the 30th anniversary, Power of the Force, Power of the Jedi, Revenge of the Sith, Legacy Collection, Saga Collection, Vintage Collection, all the Star Wars figures I've collected, and I very hold close to my heart. They're basically my treasure. Star Wars will always be my treasure, and there's nothing more treacherous than Star Wars, Star Wars of all things. Star Wars is my treasure. Star Wars is, everything to me. I love Star Wars so much. More than you even know. More than anyone even knows. I dropped out of high school for Star Wars. I did everything I can for Star Wars. For Star Wars and only for Star Wars. And maybe one day I can create my own franchise that is just as good as Star Wars. And maybe if that ever happens, then, the first man I'll ever be thinking is George. Lucas. George Lucas. That man has brought the childhood of billions of people and has revolutionized society directly and right to my heart. But give this video a huge thumbs up. Let's get at least 5,000 thumbs up in this live stream. I'm very confident, and I just love to give people, I like to make people smile, stay positive, stay warm, kind, and your kindness means the world to me. Your support means the world to me. Your support does not go unrecognized. I see everyone that has support me. I see directly. Your support does not go unrecognized, and I hopefully would love to give back to you all, the same way you give back to me, the same way you installed faith of Star Wars to me, that I can always be a Star Wars fan, and that I can actually make my own Star Wars projects. But the story of Osh'Rod Head is one that should be symbolized as legends. Osh'Rod Head, a powerful Jedi master during the Clone Wars, whose father was another Jedi master, but turned to the dark side of the Force, after the Jedi Purge, and was a Tusken Raider, fought Obi-Wan Kenobi, lost his arm, became a bounty hunter for a while, found and met a Sith, became a Sith for a little bit, became a Sith Knight, or became just a regular Sith Inquisitor or Sith, learning in the ways of the Force, not a true ultimate master of the dark side of the Force or true master of the Sith. But the fact that he created the one Sith, he created an entire Sith Legion, he created an entire Sith Order, he created an entire Sith Order, and he was a Jedi Master alive during the era of Revenge of the Sith is just beyond amazing and phenomenal and crazy. K. Krook was a Jedi that lived during the time of, K. Krook lived during the time of the Galactic Republic, but he became Jedi Grandmaster for a while, and he was giant, he was strong, he was powerful, and he could probably, fight against Force users like Quinlan Vos. Quinlan Vos was another Jedi during the time where, they definitely, were not towards one side of the Force, but they moved from light to dark. And Quinlan Vos was manipulated by the dark side, by Count Dooku, I believe, which they had a whole huge connection to. And it was just crazy, Like, the fact that Quinlan Vos, the way he was, friend Obi-Wan Kenobi, another powerful Jedi Master, was confused, not sure if he should adopt the light or dark side, was phenomenal, amazing storytelling. And, you can find a lot of Quinlan Vos story in the Dark Horse comic books, which is so special, crazy, awesome, and unique. But yeah, I try to brush my teeth a lot and take care of my health. Yeah. Very confident, proud, and just happy today. And I'm happy that I'm talking about Star Wars because, I see Star Wars in real life. I see Star Wars in everything. People that embrace who they are a true great Jedi. And then the people that are haters, people that post hate comments that say, you're a faggot, all these, mean things, they're a Sith. They're all Sith. And, how can I care about Sith when I know a great Jedi who uses the dark side and the light side of the Force is more powerful than a Sith. But yeah, I try to take care of my skin and, how do I look? Let me know how I look. How do I look? I look really beautiful, huh? Smash that thumbs up button. Let's get to 5,000 likes by the end of the stream. Alright, I'll see you guys later, and I'll see you guys soon, but yeah, definitely, like, YouTube is really, like, my only family, so it's very, very, important for me to communicate and engage with the YouTube community. Yeah. I look tired, but I'm not tired. Trust me, I'm not tired. I love you all. Just stay true and positive to the Star Wars Expanded Universe. I mean, the Star Wars Expanded Universe has gave back so much to me, you know, gave me everything. A platform to speak on, you know, everything that I ever dreamed of, you know, like, come on, like, you know, Star Wars is a franchise that will last forever in my heart. And Qui-Gon, Mace Windu, all these powerful Jedi Masters are just so admirable. I mean, I don't believe in the Jedi philosophy. I'm not afraid to walk alone at night. I'm not afraid. Like, why would I be afraid? Like, I'm strong. I'm a strong, independent woman. I'm a very strong, independent woman. And yeah, I'm a strong, independent woman, and I feel beautiful. And yeah, the Star Wars Expanded Universe is just life-changing to me. And if anyone is a Star Wars fan, then, you know, I can relate to you. You are my hero. Just like, you know, hopefully I become hero to children that don't have family, that children that don't have recognition, children that are ignored. Because I plan to give back to millions of children in Africa. I plan to feed them, give them everything, food, shelter, everything. I'm a good person, and that's the first thing I'm going to do if I make a lot of money. I mean, in this world, in this earth we live on, 8 billion people, and we got so many resources, but we cannot help one another. Like, why can't we help one another? I'm sure that, you know, to get to where we are today, other people have helped us. We got to give back and help, you know, other people. Like, you know, if anybody's watching this, subscribe right now, turn on the bell notification, and give a like, because, you know, it would mean the absolute world to me. It would mean everything, the giant world, and the Star Wars Expanded Universe, you know. I guess stay so happy, strong, and positive. Yeah. But Tatooine, like I said, is the most overrated planet. So many bad things have happened in Tatooine. Shmi Skywalker died. Anakin Skywalker, you know, he hated it. It's a rough course and it gets everywhere. Luke Skywalker, you know, he saw Beru and Owen Lars die. I mean, he saw his own family die. You know, I don't like Tatooine. That's the worst place to live. I hate living in Tatooine. I would love to live in Nar Shaddaa. I would love to live in Naboo. I would love to live, you know, in a beautiful planet with, you know, full of population, full of people. Yeah. But anyone watching this, you are beautiful, and you must stay true and authentic to yourself. Without you, I wouldn't even be here. So God bless, and I love you all. I truthfully, I mean it from the bottom of my heart, really, really, honestly. I really want more members of the Star Wars Expanded Universe community to come here, because I'm willing to talk about Star Wars. Anything you want. Anything you want about Star Wars. Like, do you like my pink hair? Gee, thanks. Just bought it. Gee, thanks. Just bought it. Yeah. Just gee, thanks. Just bought it. I'm so happy that I can make your day. If I can make even one person's day happy, then I know that I can make a million people's days happier. But yeah, you know. Padme is such a, you know, amazing Star Wars character. I love Padme so much. I love Padme the most, because Padme was the one that, you know, actually, you know, impacted Anakin, Vader, impacted the Chosen One directly. I mean, I'm not sure if it was the prophecy that Anakin would fall in love with Padme. I mean, I'm not sure if it was supposed to be that way, but I mean, the way it ended up, you know, definitely, you know, makes me a giant Star Wars fan for sure, for life. Padme is so beautiful. And she's so independent. Like, the way she fought on Attack of the Clones, like, she doesn't need no Jedi to protect her. She can fight herself. I mean, to the best of her ability. But if you're ever struggling emotionally, you must stay true to yourself. You must remain authentic. You must be yourself no matter what. Always be yourself, because there's no better you than the way that you are. Be anything you want. Do what you want. And I'll always be proud of anyone. As long as you don't do anything bad. As long as you don't hurt people emotionally. As long as you don't play with people's emotions. Like the way Palpatine did with Anakin. Because, we are all great Jedi. I believe that we can all be great Jedi. And we can all find peace. Justice across the galaxy. But I could do so much Star Wars impressions right now. Darth Plagueis was a dark lord of the Sith, so powerful and so wise, he can keep the ones he cared about from dying. He has such a knowledge of the dark side. His only weakness was losing his power, which eventually, because he did, eventually taught his apprentice everything he knew about the Force, and then his apprentice killed him in his sleep. Ironic. He can save others from death, but not himself. I mean, I kind of exaggerate right there, okay? Sometimes you gotta exaggerate. Sometimes you gotta be yourself, stay authentic, gotta stay wonderful. I mean, look at me, I'm so happy, I'm so happy that I'm able to share my love of Star Wars to millions of people eventually. I think, sometimes I just look up in the sky and see a star and wondering if that's a planet that we may know of from the Star Wars universe. And I'm just thinking, oh, is that, could that be Alderaan? Could that be Naboo? Could that be Magneto? Felucia? Those expanding universe planets that we all love dearly to our very, very core hearts.